pop-out. Where they, well, the songs are not the kind of songs I like. I know the other bands aren't going to come hurt. Yeah, that's stupid. Huh? Just walk in front of it. Oh my God. I can't put that on YouTube anymore.
Please rise and remove your hats as Drum Major Charlie Padlack leads the Marching Warriors in the national anthem. Stay on your feet for the Lincoln Way West fight song. Hello, and welcome to the 2013 Marching Warriors Community Concert. My name is Kerry Rucklick, and I'm proud to be the director of the marching band. The band has been working hard all summer, and we've just finished an intensive 2-week band camp. This concert is a culmination of their work over the course of band camp and also over the course of the entire summer. The Marching Warriors perform in parades across the Lincoln Way District and participated in the Mokina 4th of July parade earlier this summer. Tomorrow, the band will travel to Momence, Illinois to participate in the Gladiolus Festival tomorrow night. The Marching Warriors will now perform their parade tune, This Is My Country, arranged by Gary Gilroy.
Just walk in front of it.
The band has been hard at work for the past 2 weeks, and I know that as parents, you're sort of sending them off to school for 8 days. You don't see them for 8 or 10 hours, and it's there might be the question, okay, well, what are they up to for the entire time for band camp? And so what I'd like to do with the next part of this concert is just sort of give you an idea of the sorts of activities they do over the course of the day. The competitive show you'll see at the end of the concert couldn't happen without a really large amount of fundamental work, including learning how to march. Working with us for the second summer this year has been Kate Fieldman. She's done a fantastic job of teaching the students how to move on the field, and she's going to lead the band through a series of exercises designed to practice marching. The first exercise they're going to do is called forward breakdown. The second one is called backward breakdown, and then they'll end with a box drill. Let's give them a round of applause. That's a tough exercise. section of the band also spends a great deal of time on music basics. We're fortunate this year to have had Melissa Candle working with our woodwind section. The woodwind section will now demonstrate an exercise that works on tone and pitch, playing in tune. After that, they're going to play a section from the show for you. The brass section will now demonstrate some exercises they've been working on. They'll perform an F. Remington exercise, and then we'll also play a part of the competitive show. This year, our color guard is 6 members strong with 2 new members. They've also been working really hard this summer and have made a ton of progress. Our color guard director, Megan Piper, is going to lead the guard through one walk exercise, followed by a flag sequence from the second movement of the show. of course not least, our percussion section. Our percussion section has really stepped up to the plate this summer. We graduated a large senior class last year, and I think the students were concerned about the effect that that would have on their performance level. They've done a great job learning both the battery instruments you see out there now, as well as the keyboard and other percussion instruments for the competitive show. Adam Russick is our percussion instructor. The percussion section will now perform the cadences you will hear during the Marching Warriors parade performances. Let's have another hand for the entire Marching Warriors. As the band sets up to perform the competitive show for you, I'd like to take just a second to talk about the show. The Marching Warriors competitive show is entitled Infinite the Sky of Beauty and Dreaming. There are 4 major sections to the show with short interludes in between. The first section, Aria, is a piece by Hector Villalobos, a Brazilian composer. The music was originally written for soprano and 8 cellos, and the cellos are always playing pizzicato, or plucked. They don't use bows. In the middle of the aria, the soprano sings a poem in Portuguese, and the title of our show comes from the second line of that poem. Our arrangement features our percussion as the cello accompaniment, with ceremonial notes singing the The second movement of the show is based on the piece March Slav by the Russian composer Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. The music is dark, heavy, and brooding, and it really gives the wind section of the marching band a workout. After an interlude where the aria music returns, the third section of our program includes the piece Pavane for a Dead Princess by Maurice Ravel. The music alternates between musical statements by the full band and by a small group of 4 saxophones. The saxophones are playing a soprano sax, alto sax, tenor, and baritone saxophone. The music is slow and sustained and very beautiful. The music also contains some tricky challenges for our drum major, Charlie Pavlak, as he guides the band through all the transitions. The fourth and final section of the show, which we're not going to perform for you tonight, is based on the March from a Moorside Suite by Gustav Holst. The West Wind Symphony performed this piece on our final concert of the year, and it will be a great way to end our show. We're going to take just a minute more to get it set up and sound check, and then we'll perform the music for the show for you first. Okay, looks like we're all set up. This is the first movement entitled Aria. on the 3-4 section. Go to the end. at ease. So those are the first three movements of our show. What we're going to do now is have the band set up to do some of the actual movement for you. They're going to set up in page 1 of Aria. As the band sets up, there are several people I would like to thank. You've met most of the staff already, but there are 3 others that I'd like to mention. The first was out there with our drum major. Her name is Miss Dana Romano. She's a teacher at West and has been working with the marching band for 2 years. We're thrilled to have her back. The next person is our trainer, Michelle Sorrentino-Poole. She's been leading the band in a series of workouts, grueling workouts, especially the last 2 days when it's been a little hotter. And the last person is Lauren Gagalu. She wrote a lot of the movement that you're going to see in the first movement here. We've also had an army of parent volunteers helping out during band camp over the past 2 weeks. They've chaperoned, prepared meals for students, filled and transported countless jugs of water, and a select group even stayed at West last night to chaperone the students during the overnight. Would all the parents who have volunteered over the past 2 weeks please stand? I would like to give a special thanks to our new band camp coordinator this year, Ann Wood. Ann spent countless hours organizing supplies, setting the schedule for the parents, setting the schedule for the meals, and communicating with me about various camp details. She did an absolutely fantastic job. First, we'll be using a metronome throughout the performance. The click helps the students line up their music and their movement with each other. We'll also be performing in the show smaller sections, chunks. We won't be doing it through the entire thing. And eventually we'll start to put all of those chunks together into a continuous whole. You'll also notice that there are several cones, traffic cones, and yard line markers throughout the field. The show calls for 10 props that are about 12 feet high and kind of sculptural looking. We don't have those finished yet, so just to mark the spot where those props will go, we have those cones. We'll do each section of the show 2 times for you. The first time through, we'll have the wind players counting, and the second time through, we'll have them actually playing their music. Good job, man. Okay, this will be straight through Aria. Next, we'll perform the beginning of March Slav. This will be the beginning to the start of the 3/4 section. The first time through, winds will be counting and moving. Great, and we'll do that exact same section of the show again, this time with the winds playing. Next, we'll perform the 3/4 section of Slav. This is the middle section where it goes faster. And that's at 160. And we'll do it the first time with the winds counting. We'll do the same section again with the winds playing. Okay, and we'll perform the last third of Slav, 3/4 to the end. This will again be counting first time. Okay, and the final thing that we'll perform for you this evening will be that third of this first movement of the show with music. Thank you all so much for coming. Hopefully we'll see most of you tomorrow at the Moments Parade and at competitions and football games throughout the season. Thank you.
Return!